Transformers is a franchise that has revolutionized the way toys had been sold in the market since the 80s. A Japanese idea that really spread all over the world and became very, very popular. Hasbro has held this license for many years, and it has utilized all type of mediums in order to maintain this franchise alive, and people love it. You know, we all love it. We love the cartoons, we love the video games, we love the toy lines, the collectibles, and also we love the movies, even though some of those are very, very hard to love. You know, back in 2007, when the first Transformers movie came out, a lot of people were really fascinated by it. Personally, I was really a fan of the first one, even though it was very cheesy, corny, to say the least. You know, it was something different, something that we wanted for so long. Of course, the movies that came afterwards, they really changed the landscape. It went from good to worse and worse. It was really, really bad. Some of these movies in this franchise have been really, really bad. Criticized for all kind of things. You know, everything that you can expect from a movie to go wrong has gone wrong with these movies. However, this movie has been very popular in the box office. It had garnished a lot of money for Hasbro and for the studios, for Paramount, and also for Michael Bay. But now that we come in a new direction, now there's a new movie, Bumblebee, with a new director. There's a lot of good things to talk about, and a lot of good things also to point out the things that perhaps were not that great. Now, I had the opportunity to go and watch the film, and definitely I want to share my point of view. Probably you have seen the movie, probably already watched it, or you have seen another reviews, but on this one, on this video, I want to share my point of view. Did good. Travis Knight as a director is really a welcome addition and a very refreshing view to this film. Travis Knight, this is actually his first live action film. He is very famous now because of Kubo and the Two Strings movie, which he produced with his own company. A very sophisticated, very great story, well put together film, animated film. So that's his experience, and he brings this into this movie. You can see that in the way that animation has been made with the robots, with the Autobots and Decepticons. You can see that there's a lot of inspiration that has been taken in this movie, I would say, from the video games that were produced some years back of the War of Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron, which I consider some of the best video games for this franchise. So there's a lot of inspiration from that, and of course from the previous movies, but it takes a lot of inspiration from the G1 Transformers, which is really, really good. You can feel it. You can feel the sense of the direction. There's long gone all those crazy shots with the Michael Bay movies, with the B-rolls and all the weird looking shots and all the sexy shots and cleavage shots and all this weirdness that, you know, Michael Bay really created and really emphasized in his movies that were really from bad to worse. And you know, he's taken all that away. You know, this is a very clean movie in the sense of the image itself. It's a, you know, panoramic views. It's a wide angle lens. So it's definitely, you can have, even on the fights, everything is clear, clean. You can see the robots fighting. You can see the action. So you don't get this headaches trying to figure out what's going on. The animation with Bumblebee, or the robots just transform, is pretty good. It's pretty clean. It's done well. So definitely kudos to Mr. Knight, because he has done a phenomenal job just to put everything together. Also, you know, the story is, you know, in many ways it's a bit cheesy, but it's definitely, it has a soul, something that the other movies, you know, the previous movies didn't have. It has a soul, has a theme, has a message, and it really touches the heart in some of those areas. Definitely, it's been very good. Hailee Steinfeld, you know, she's very good as the actress in this film. She has the heart and the soul, and you love her because she does great. Hailee does phenomenal there. She's definitely good. I like her. You know, I really like her on the part. So it's not only a Bumblebee movie, but it's also her movie, and it's definitely great. You know, just in the way she does, and there's a family interaction. So there's a lot of things and pluses where everything is clean. It's fun. You know, it's entertaining. Visually, it's good. You know, to be honest, it definitely this movie plays homage to the Generation 1 Transformers, but also tells a story which is always a welcome addition. Now, on the bad, there's a lot of moments in this film that they're very predictable. There's a lot of cliches, and you know, which is, it's not bad, because you know, sometimes it's used purposely, just to kind of like a tongue-in-cheek type of comedy in it. But I feel that even some of the comedy was forced. But some of the things that happen within the film rely so much on your previous knowledge of any of the other films, or the lore of the Transformers, which in reality kind of takes away from the joy of kind of discovering a new film. Because definitely this is a prequel, so it relies heavily on that and definitely connects the dots, which is good. But at the same time, it's something that is very simplistic when you're trying to connect the Transformers One generation stuff with the War of Cybertron video games, and when you're trying to connect that with the Michael Bay film. So there is a connection that is unescapable, but it's there. So I wouldn't say that it's bad, but sometimes I felt that it was a bit even forced. Some of the comedy, some of the situations. There are a couple of things that are a little hard to believe. Some events that happen, some situations, people doing some stuff, and there's no sequence to what happened or how this person got to this place or what's going to happen with this. So there's a couple of things that you find when you watch the movie that they're kind of not cohesive or don't make any sense. But other than that, I feel that that's something that kind of deters a little bit, but it's not something that kills the film or the movie. John Cena, I don't have a problem with John Cena. It's okay. He plays the part a little bit goofy in the way he does things, and I think it was written this way. But it would be nice to see him in a more, really a more strong role. It seems that they're just there. The military in this film and John Cena and all of that, the U.S. government, all there is just kind of like a backup plan, or they're just there just to kind of build around the main story, which is definitely just Hailee and Bumblebee, and of course, the battle with the Decepticons. So on that part, I feel that the movie could have been done much better. And I feel that another part with the film, I feel that it was that I didn't like it as much, is the fact that the story is like I said in the beginning, like I said just a moment ago, it's just predictable. So it goes in a way where you know exactly when everything is going to go. It seems like he takes inspiration. You have this feeling, and I heard this, a reviewer mentioning this, like they took inspiration from the Iron Giant or E.T., and you feel that all of that was taken into this movie and used the same they use the same script, they just changed the story. And it's true, because when you look at the movie, I feel like this is like E.T., and I was actually, when you watch at the end, you see the credits rolling, you can see that Steven Spielberg Productions actually was involved in part of the production of the film, so that they took inspiration from that. So this is a enjoyable film, but necessarily anything that breaks the mold of anything that we have seen before. In conclusion, Bumblebee is a good film. It's a very good film. I really enjoy it. It was very fun. I love Hailee. She is very charismatic on screen. I like her, her character. I like Bumblebee. Who doesn't love Bumblebee? He really holds the movie, as a character. And of course, the fights, the cinematography, the color, the comedy. There's a lot of corny moments, very cheesy moments. There's some moments that I really laughed really hard because they were really corny, but very well done. So it was entertainment. It was pure entertainment. It was fun. It does miss the mark in some areas where I feel that they could have gone even farther into it. I would have loved to see more of the, in this case, the Cybertron story into the movie, but it's not there. There's not enough of it. To see more of that, the battles between the Optimus Prime and some of the classic characters, from the Generation 1 Transformers cartoon. But the inspiration is there, and it's fun, and it's much better filmed. It's clean, it's fun. There's a family dynamic. It's very good for the family. There's a lot of heart in this film, which I really enjoy. It's definitely a good film. It's not a perfect film for the things that I already mentioned. It still misses the mark in some areas. It's not as deep as it should have, in my opinion, it should have been. But other than that, I really have fun with it. And it's not a bad film. It has some problems with the pacing, but other than that, I would say this is probably maybe the best, or maybe in many ways it's better than the first Transformers movie from Michael Bay. In many ways it's not, But it's definitely a fun movie, and one that I highly recommend that you could get, you should watch on the movie theater or get on Blu-ray. Definitely changes and, you know, shifts the ship in a new direction for the Transformers franchise. So in my opinion, this movie deserves a 7.5 out of 10, which means it's a very good movie. So what do you think? Did you watch it? Did you have an opportunity to go to the movie theater and watch it? If you haven't, I highly recommend it. Are you going to purchase this on Blu-ray or DVD? Are you interested? Are you a fan? Are you a fan of Michael Bay movies? What do you think? I would like to hear your thoughts below. So once again, God bless you, and thanks for watching this video. I'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.